And I hope you enjoyed the behind the scenes. I'll never be doing it again. So what we got here is a blank little Illustrator file. Let me move the mic real quick. Whoopsie daisy. But first I'm gonna draw a circle and fill it in. So what I'm gonna do with this is I'm gonna reshape it. And then the next step is to draw the rest of the character. Alright, so this is by far the greatest little character that I've ever made. You'll notice that I put all the body parts on different layers, and that's important because you gotta, you gotta make sure that they're on different layers so you can move them independently. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna export this as a Photoshop file. Once we have this open in Photoshop, you'll notice that it looks really sad, and we want to make it look real nice. So we're going to add a texture to make it look real nice. So first we gotta put our paper in, and you're wondering, whoa, how's that gonna help at all? It just blots out our masterful creation. What we're gonna do is we're gonna turn down the opacity so we can see our little character, and then we're gonna duplicate. We're gonna do it over and over again. So there's a bunch of them, and we're gonna put them on top of the layers. Alright, so now it's just a bunch of layers, and that should make it work real nicely with After Effects. So let's save that. Alright, so if you've done it right, when you import the Photoshop file, you'll get this pop-up, and you're gonna want to select composition, retain layer sizes, and then press OK. And then you got your layers in here. You got your composition here. So don't double click on that. New composition, and then put Swanky Guy. Take your character and plop him in there, and then you got your character. He's ready to animate. Not quite. Do Control Alt and then press T, and that'll bring up the opacity. And you're just gonna want to put it down a little bit. And press head, and you're gonna press Y, and then that'll give you a weird looking pointer. And then what you can do is take that anchor point and put it where the part's gonna move. So if I ever want to do a head turn, it'll rotate around to that point instead of right here, and it won't look as weird. And then you're gonna want to put it on the shoulder, but if you have a rounded edge, not all characters are gonna be this convenient. You're gonna put the anchor point right in the middle, like imagine a circle there. You're gonna try to put it right in the center, and that's why we have the opacity down, so that we can create circles. Circles are the greatest things to ever happen to joints because they don't reveal any layers when they move, which is the greatest feeling. Last thing, you're gonna want to parent your layers so that instead of when you move the torso, instead of this happening, his entire body's gonna move. So what, like a real thing. So what you're gonna take the head, and you're gonna click this little thing, and then you're gonna drag it, and you're gonna put it on what it's attached to, which is the torso. And then you're gonna do that with the forearm. No, the forearm is not attached to the torso. The right arm is attached to the torso, and the forearm is attached to the arm. That's how anatomy works. And then now when you take the torso and you kind of move it around, it moves the whole thing. And if you rotate it, the whole thing moves. And then you can also, it's a hierarchy. So if you take the lower body part on the social scale, you're gonna want to rotate it, and it rotates independent of itself, which is always so nice. And then you can take the other one, take the rotation, and then you can do that, and then he can wave, he can move his arm like a human. And then this is also happening out here in the bigger composition, which is Swanky Guy. This is the untitled as. So now let's animate. Let's take a picture. That's a nice. Let's animate. Let's put this as a background, and let's crank up that size and make it look real nice. Let's have him dancing while he's walking. Let's do that. We're gonna keyframe it. That means he's gonna be, when you keyframe something, it means that he's gonna be like this position-wise at this point in time. And you can see that this little thing popped up. That's a keyframe right there. You can move to wherever you want to be, like 2 seconds maybe. In 2 seconds, he's gonna be over here, and then you'll notice that when you move him, he moves the thing. It makes a keyframe. So you'll notice that his movement is pretty robotic. It's pretty jerky. It's pretty unnatural. Well, first of all, let's take this, press N, trim that. Let's make it smaller. So what you can do is you can take this keyframe, make it, right-click the keyframe, go to Keyframe Assistant, and then Easy Ease. And that makes it Easy Ease. And what you can also do is select the keyframe and press F9, and that does that too. But I don't want to Easy Ease that keyframe because, boy, he doesn't need it right there. So what you're gonna do is select Graph Editor. I didn't discover this for a while, and then now I do. Now I know about it. You look up Graph Editor on tutorials on YouTube to find a better expert at this. I don't remember what I don't know what I'm doing. So now you'll notice that his movement's a little bit nicer, but he's kind of sliding, and I think that's okay because he doesn't look that great in the first place. So now, applying what we've learned about keyframes, we can take these arms, we can take all of the arms, we can open up rotation by pressing R, keyframe all of them, and then go to the end and just make it look real swanky. Alright, so now let's watch the final product. Alright, thanks for watching. I'm glad to know that I'm glad to see that you're a master animator now. You can make masterpieces like this one, and you can post them to your own YouTube channel. Watch Doug and Levi when it comes out without ad block.